film begins with Taylor, an art and film student, who is making a documentary for her final project on a unique topic. It is also scary and strange, and she has no idea how dangerous it will be for her. She is recording the intro to her documentary near a graveyard, describing the city's worst slashers. These are crazy killers who brutally kill people for no clear reason. They are serial killers who never get caught because they destroy all evidence. Taylor has a different view on these cruel people. She thinks these slashers must have suffered a lot in their childhood, so they seek revenge as adults. Because of this, she does not think they are purely evil. While talking, they come across an old house where a boy named Leslie murdered his parents years ago. When the locals found out, they were so scared of Leslie that they did not even call the police. They knew the police would not punish a small child, so they simply threw him into the river to kill him, stopping him from hurting anyone else. The twist is that he did not die. He has returned years later to take revenge for what happened to him. Taylor, along with Leslie, is planning to make a documentary about how slashers commit murders. Taylor then goes inside the house and reveals that she has already talked to Leslie about the documentary. She interviews Leslie and asks, "Why are you back?" He replies, "I have come back to take revenge. I heard the news of my death spread in the town. Since then, many people come here on my death anniversary and plan Halloween adventures. But this time, they will not be able to celebrate. If they try to make fun of my death, I will kill them." Taylor asks him, "Will you tell me all your tricks and show me how you plan to kill them?" Leslie replies, "Yes." He also shows her his creepy garden, which is full of trees and looks like a dark forest. Taylor is now with Leslie all the time so she can record his every move for her documentary. She notices that Leslie wakes up early and starts working out. He works very hard to stay fit. Taylor asks him, "Why do you work so hard?" Leslie explains, "If we are not strong, our victims will run away." Leslie takes Taylor inside a university and tells her, "I will tell you the whole plan." He asks Taylor to keep the camera on and explains, "We do not just kill anyone. We first pick our target, we plan carefully, we stalk them, and then we trap them before killing them." Leslie tells Taylor that this time he is targeting a group. He will kill everyone in the group, and only one girl will survive and escape. This will make it look like she escaped, but in reality, he will let her go himself. Taylor asks, "Who will that girl be?" Leslie takes her to an ice cream shop and shows her a girl working there, explaining that he is letting her go because she is very nice and still young. Taylor says, "Let's talk to her." But Leslie scolds her and refuses. He says, "You will ruin my plan." "But wait, I can give you something to record," he says. "I will show you how slashers play mind games and scare someone before killing them. They scare them so much that they feel completely alone." Takes a heavy object and ties it to the door, so when the girl comes out to throw away the garbage, the door suddenly closes behind her. The girl is scared and runs away. The girl's fear gives them great video material for the documentary, and they are very happy. As time passes, Taylor becomes closer to Leslie. She becomes good friends with him, thinking that Leslie is doing all this for fame and will not actually kill anyone. She thinks he just wants to act like a killer in her documentary so that he can become famous. The next day, Leslie takes Taylor to his house. There, Taylor meets Leslie's wife. She is surprised to learn that his wife has been supporting Leslie in his training and everything he does. Leslie asks about his uncle, and his wife tells him that he has gone to the forest to meditate. Taylor is surprised by this. Leslie takes Taylor into the forest, pulls his uncle out from inside a grave. Seeing this, Taylor is terrified. But the uncle explains that doing this is very important for slashers. Otherwise, anyone could catch them easily. He says that by doing this, they gain full control over their bodies. They can even control their heartbeats. He explains that after years of meditation, he is now able to slow his heart down to only 4 beats per minute. This allows him to trick the world's best doctors into thinking he is dead. Leslie explains that his uncle trained him to be a master killer. They return home, and after a long talk, Leslie takes Taylor to a library where he needs to scare his target some more. This girl's name is Kaylee. He finds an old news article and places it on the seat where Kaylee usually sits. He tells Taylor that this article has a very scary truth. It describes how his uncle was very cruel to his mother. Kaylee will be scared after reading this and will definitely ask the librarian about it. The librarian knows my uncle and me very well. She will tell the girl everything about my past, and she will be terrified. When she is already scared, I will appear in front of her wearing a mask to scare her even more. This way, she will know I am coming for her. Leslie's plan works. The girl is scared by the article at first, but then she goes to the librarian and asks her many questions. The librarian starts to tell her the story of Leslie's family. She explains that Leslie's family was very strange. His parents and uncle used to hurt people and forced little Leslie to cut up dead bodies. Leslie did not like this. He felt helpless. But one day, he decided to stop them. Killed his parents along with the cops using the same knives. He then hung his mother's body in the garden. The villagers, horrified by this, threw Leslie into the water. Kaylee, frightened, asks if Leslie's body was found. The librarian replies, "No, it was not. Everyone believes the fish in the river must have eaten him." Before Kaylee can even ask if Leslie might still be alive, Leslie, wearing a mask, appears behind them. The librarian faints in fear, and Kaylee is terrified. She screams loudly, and a man appears and shoots at Leslie. With great difficulty, Leslie and Taylor escape safely. When Taylor asks about this man, Leslie explains that the man used to be his doctor. He tried to treat my mental issues and the past trauma that made me a killer. But he failed, and now he has made it his mission to stop me. He wants me to stop at all costs, and he will sacrifice anything to catch me. Leslie's plan is successful. He has scared Kaylee completely. He is so happy when he comes home that he celebrates with his uncle and his wife. The next day, Taylor goes to meet Kaylee. She wants to interview her for the documentary. But Kaylee is terrified. Before Taylor can talk to her, the doctor arrives. The doctor saw Taylor with Leslie yesterday. So he asks Taylor, "What do you guys want? Why are you bothering that girl?" Taylor is not afraid of him and says, "It is better to stay out of this and not ruin our work." By this time, the doctor has also found out who Taylor is. He tells her, "You are living in a huge illusion. You think this Leslie is the little boy who killed his parents. That is not true. That Leslie died that day. This is a fake Leslie who wants to become famous by stealing the real killer's story. I have treated him since childhood. He is crazy and will do anything to get what he wants. He will actually kill people. He is cruel, and it is very important to stop him. You have fallen into his trap because of your documentary. Taylor is shocked and disturbed by this. First, this man knows everything about Taylor. Second, he also knows everything about Leslie. From the start, Taylor had assumed Leslie was just acting for her documentary, and that it was all fake. Today, she is shocked to learn that it is not a joke. Leslie is actually planning real murders, and Taylor is now involved. Taylor leaves the restaurant in shock. She finds Leslie waiting for her outside. He is angry and says, "Why did you talk to Kaylee? You ruined my plan. Now I will not include you in my plans anymore. You betrayed me." Taylor, also angry, says, "I did not betray you, you betrayed me. You lied about your real name and stole someone else's story." Despite this, Taylor apologizes to Leslie because she needs to finish her documentary at all costs. She has already done so much work. She cannot stop now. She still feels that the doctor is lying and that Leslie is just joking. However, during the argument, Leslie gets very angry, grabs her neck, and threatens her. Later, he covers Taylor's eyes with a blindfold. Leslie takes Taylor's team to the abandoned house where he plans to kill people. Leslie begins to explain his entire plan, and they film everything. He shows them where he will bring his victims, where he will tie them up, and where he will kill them. Record everything. He shows them how he controls the lights to scare his targets, and where he hides his different weapons. He explains how he will cause one terrible death after another. He then locks all the doors in front of them and sets traps everywhere. If anyone tries to escape, they will first fall into a trap. Even if they survive, the way out is blocked. Night falls, and he announces that it is finally time. He puts on terrifying makeup and rubs a special cream all over his body. This cream, he claims, will stop him from bleeding or feeling any pain. After getting ready, he takes Taylor to hide inside a treehouse. He tells her she must wait there for his targets to arrive. Sitting there, he gets very emotional as his dream of killing people is about to come true. Taylor still thinks this is all a joke, and she keeps encouraging him, saying, "You can do it." Just then, they hear a noise. When Leslie goes downstairs, he sees that his targets have arrived. Without a second thought, he grabs a sharp tool and brutally cuts a man's throat. He kills him instantly without hesitation. Watching this real murder happen, Taylor and her friends panic. They finally realize it is all real. This deadly game, which they thought was a joke, is actually happening. Seeing Taylor and her friends panic, Leslie tells them to get out of there. He says, "You are ruining my plan. You cannot back down now after coming so close." Taylor, deeply shocked by this, begs Leslie, "Do not do this. This is wrong. Your plan and your stories were great for the movie. If you were just faking this, it would be fine. But you have actually killed someone, and this is real murder." Leslie ignores her and leaves. Taylor tells her friends, "We have to stop him ourselves. We know his entire plan, and we can save the others." Her friends follow Taylor into the house where Leslie plans to kill everyone. Taylor sees that a different group of people is there, not Kaylee. Seeing this, she realizes that Leslie has a different plan. He had told her that his main target was a group of friends, and the survivor would be a virgin. Taylor remembers that she herself is a virgin. Realizing this, she freezes, knowing that Leslie is not actually after the other group, but her own group. He planned this whole thing to trap her and her camera crew, and now they are the actual victims in his deadly game. She tries to warn everyone, but no one listens. Just then, a woman comes in crying and tells them that someone has killed her husband. Hearing this, everyone panics, and they see Leslie standing outside. A boy runs outside and tries to start a car, finds that Leslie has popped the tires on all the cars. He comes back inside and talks to Taylor. Taylor says he must not have touched their van because he needed it for his plan. Hopping to escape, they all run to their van. But it turns out that Leslie had put dead bodies inside to scare them. However, they push their fear aside because their own survival is more important. They throw the bodies out and get into the van. When Taylor's friend tries to start the engine, it will not start. They realize that Leslie has tricked them again. He did not pop their tires, but he broke the engine. They cannot escape, and Leslie is coming to kill them. They run back into the house and lock themselves inside a room. Kaylee, whom Leslie had been stalking from day one, is the most terrified. To save herself, she breaks a window and jumps out. But she lands on a sharp object and dies. Taylor cries, knowing she and her friends are going to die. Seeing this, one of her friends panics even more and tries to escape through the same wind. But Leslie appears and kills him as well. Leslie has now entered the room. They have nowhere to run. One by one, Leslie kills the group. Two of Taylor's friends climb onto the wooden beams on the ceiling. Leslie follows them up, but fighting back, one friend pushes Leslie off the beam. Leslie falls hard, and they breathe a sigh of relief, thinking he is dead. Taylor and her last